Hi, thanks for joining me today. This is an experiment. I wanted to show you some things that you could do to open up through the front of the chest and the shoulders, because we tend to collapse forward a lot in our daily activities. So what we need is a door frame. So I'm in my lovely garage looking out into my lovely backyard. Ignore the clutter that you see on either side of the picture here, but we're going to be in a doorway. So I want you to find a doorway, or you can watch the video and then find yourself a doorway that you can use. So as we step into the doorway, I'm actually stepping up onto the frame of the door. So we want to find our regular mountain pose that we always have. The heels underneath the hips, hips underneath the shoulders, crown of the head nicely lengthened up, hands down by our side. And we're going to start by just bringing the hands to the edge of the door frame, palms facing forward, and just starting to feel here a nice, maybe you already feel a little stretch across the front of the upper arms and into the chest. And then to intensify the stretch a little bit, you can either step forward through the doorway a little bit or lean a little forward. And as you do so, think of drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine. So we start to feel this nice stretch across the front of the chest. This is important for everyone, but especially when you are an equestrian. When we bring the arms forward to hold onto the reins, the hands forward, we have a tendency sometimes to collapse through the upper body. And especially if we get tense in the saddle, that's kind of our go-to position, is kind of collapsing through the upper body, kind of that fetal position idea. So this is going to help us feel a little bit of that opposite, that stretch through the front of the body. So after a few breaths, you're just feeling that nice stretch. Make sure the shoulders don't hunch up. Think of the shoulders dropping down away from the ears, and think again, shoulder blades are drawing towards the spine. And then gently back out of that variation. And then we're going to bend the elbows coming into a cactus pose and rest the palms and the forearms on the door frame. So a couple options here. You can stay here and just kind of lean forward, which is a great stretch. Feels like a great stretch for me as we come forward. Or you can step on into the door frame and get a little stretch there. I prefer, I think for me, staying behind the door frame a little bit and then just leaning a little forward. So same thing here. Just think of finding your gentle breath in and out of the nose. And as you feel this stretch, notice what's going on with the lower ribs. Think of drawing the lowest ribs towards the hips a little bit. So we're not just letting the ribs jut forward, but we're feeling kind of isolating that stretch across the front of the chest. Couple breaths if you'd like. You can think of lifting the sternum a little bit, maybe take the gaze a little up, feel that little stretch all the way down the front of the body. Make sure you don't drop the head back. Think of maybe lengthening up through the crown of the head. Again, couple breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then once again, just gently bring yourself out. Just let the arms release down by your side. Just notice what you feel across the upper body. Inhale and exhale. Now one more variation. This time we're going to extend the arms up. Bring the hands again to the outer edges of that door frame. And we're going to either, again, just step through the door frame a little bit, or alternatively, just lean a little forward. I think for the cactus position and the arms overhead, this V shape works a little better to just lean a little forward. You can widen your stance a little bit if you want, bringing the feet a little wider than hip distance apart here. Take a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Just feel that nice stretch all the way up through the front of the body. And this one in particular, you can kind of even think of sending the hips a little forward, maybe feeling that stretch all the way down to the belly. Inhale and exhale. Maybe take the gaze a little up. Think of the shoulder blades. Imagine that the shoulder blades are drawing diagonally to the opposite hip. So imagine that your right shoulder blade is drawing down towards your left hip, and your left shoulder blade is drawing down towards your right hip. Inhale and exhale. And then once again, just gently bring yourself out. Let the arms release down by your side. Maybe close the eyes for a few moments. Notice the sensations that you feel. Inhaling and exhaling. very gently let the eyes open. So I hope that that was a good stretch for you. Great stretch for me. It felt really good because I do have a tendency, after being a dental hygienist for 35 years, to kind of have this muscles in the front of my body. The upper chest and the upper chest are stronger and shorter than the muscles in the upper back of my body, which are also a little tight but a little stretched out and weak also. So this kind of counteracts those variations of things that we do with our body. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and check out all of my offerings at GreyHorseYoga.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.